Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video of my two Vision Line Challenger engines. I got a couple of questions in the last video about the differences between the two of them, so I wanted to go over what I saw difference-wise. And there really isn't a lot of differences. I mean, the most differences that I see come in the sound of the two engines, which I'll play for you guys so you can hear the differences between the two. This is the 3985, which is the newest Vision Line engine that just came out this year. And over here is the 3989, which is the older Vision Line engine. Not exactly sure what year it came out, but pretty much, like I said, there's not a lot of differences. I mean, the first thing which is very clearly noticeable is the newer engine, the 3985, does not have the elephant ears like the 3989 does. These are removable according to what Lionel says. I've never actually taken them off. I kind of like the look of it. This engine right here, the older one, is one of the more reliable engines that I've owned. It has given me zero problems and I absolutely love it. It's probably got more hours around my layout than any engine that I own at this point. I just can't take it off the layout. It's always on the layout. Couple of differences that are noticeable is obviously this is a coal tender and the 3985 has an oil tender. So there's a difference there. Another difference is the colors that they used on the boiler on the 3985. The grays are just a little bit lighter. I don't know if the video is going to pick it up very well, but you can see here that it's a little bit of a lighter gray. It does show a little bit more of the detail, I think, than the 3989 does. Let's see if I can get them both in the picture at the same time. You know what I'll do is I'll back it up in a second and put them right next to each other when I turn it on so you guys can hear the differences. But, I mean, the detail is phenomenal on both engines, but it just seems like this engine has a little bit darker color to it than this one does. It's a little bit lighter gray there. And that pretty much is it. I mean, if you guys see something that I don't, let me know. I mean, obviously there is a difference in the lighting. The newer engine is LED lights. Like, for example, inside the cab here, there's LED lighting, whereas in this engine, there's not. But yeah, let me turn them on so you guys can hear and see the differences. And, you know, obviously let me know what you think. I think they're both great engines and I'm happy to have both of them. So let's start up the 3985 first.
Yard office to the 3985.
3985 answering. Go ahead. Over.
Clear to move east on one runner when ready. Over.
Sounds good. 3985 out.
Now, clearly one of the differences, this one uses very similar sounds to the big boys, the Vision Line big boys that came out a few years ago. So here's the whistle, the bell. And as you guys can see, it smokes really good. Alright, so let's start up the 3989 now.
Union Pacific 3989. You copy?
Roger that. Union Pacific 3989. I read you over.
Please start up and stand by for track orders.
Copy that, dispatcher. Out.
Sorry about that, guys. I got the volume lower on this one, so I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Volume control is right here. Now, one big difference between these two engines is the connection between the tender and the locomotive, there is a wire here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. Let's see if we can lift this up a little bit. See this wire right here that my finger's touching? That is one of the differences between the two engines. The older engine does have that, where the newer engine does not have it. One thing I have noticed about this engine is that every now and then it will cut out. Doesn't happen too often, but it does cut out, and I think it's because the connection isn't as good as this engine. I haven't had any cutout sound in the new engine as opposed to the old engine. But let's move the old engine up a little bit so I can show you guys what I was talking about color-wise. So there's a direct comparison between the sounds of the two engines. And now I'm going to turn the smoke off. Alright, so here you guys can kind of see, I know the lighting isn't that great, but you can see a little bit of the difference between the two colors on the boiler of the engine, and then also towards the cab. The older one's a little bit darker, and if you look here you can see the difference in the lighting. It's a little bit darker inside the older one as opposed to the newer one. And that's really the only differences that I can find between the two engines. As I said before, I really like both of them. I enjoy owning both of them, and I'm happy to have them in my collection. Having the 3985 was really important to me because I think I said in one of my last video updates that I wanted to have the entire Union Pacific Steam collection that is in existence right now. So that I finally completed, and I do, as you guys can see, right over here is the 844, along with the other four big boys that I have, including the 4014. So that about wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I've missed something about these two engines. If I have, feel free to let me know. Appreciate whatever you guys say. I want to welcome all my new subscribers, and thanks for watching, guys.